this was the prompt. What would it look like if boundaries were here to protect your happiness and welcome in abundance?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, my lovely Minaba, tell us,
Mm-hmm.
what was this like for you and what came through?
What really came up for me was time, protecting my time. Um, I'm at a point in my career where um, I get asked to do a lot of things. Um, I am also a point in my career where I'm meeting new people and being offered newer, different opportunities that are all wonderful and great. And I also, uh, you add to that the what happened in the summer with Black Lives Matter and George Floyd and straight I'm sure you know what this is like the Black professionals got a lot of calls, right? And so those all of those things that came together, it just I just felt like I was getting asked every day to do something. So what that means is a really full email, and you have a person who's not very good at saying no, who is just like, yeah, okay, I'll try everything, burnout, right? And so what was coming up for me was how would I protect my time? And I have tried previously um, by sending like an out of office, but I was challenging myself. Hi, Elena. I was challenging myself in my writing to uh, like really adhere to my own boundaries and to, I mean, this is only coming up now, but it's really like a recommitment to this sort of rule. And the thing that really came up, I'm remembering now, the thing that came up in my writing is that, like, what if I thought about my time like it was so valuable? Like, what if I valued it a lot more than what if I acted like protecting my time was part of my job? Because whenever I think something is part of my job, I am in it. I am there. I am like, oh, I have to do this. I have to do this. Like, what if the rule was, no, you have to protect Nanaba's time. Like, you are Nanaba's assistant and she is not able to do this. She is not able to this. Thank you very much for loving me and for respecting my talent, my perspective, and for wanting me to be part of this event and to moderate that panel. Yes. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. But you know what? Manava cannot do it right now because she loves herself and she needs to recharge or whatever it is. And that's been my biggest lesson that I'm still learning. Like, I don't know if I get it. It's like there's this me who's over me who's watching and going like, when is this girl gonna get it though? Like, we have been giving her signs all this time. Like, what do we need to do? Like, do you need to fall down? Like, what are we gonna do? And actually, a couple of weeks ago, something happened with my back. It seized up, and I was like, okay, I get it.
Listen,
Seriously.
this is what happens, though. This is what happens. So you spoke that, okay? You spoke that. You had it in your mind. What's gonna have to happen? And I got to tell you, as a psychologist who works with people most of my career with chronic pain, chronic illness, it is a pattern that comes from early on that we're so adaptable and we hold on to the pattern, hold on. And we get to a point where your essence, who you are, that you're forging a way for you to come into the world with these various vehicles that you find, like parenting and your career and all these things.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes to a point where you cannot, something's got to give. You cannot maintain the same pattern if you are going to thrive. And that is so tied to your purpose, and it's not your work, it's who you are. This unique expression of life is you. That's your purpose. So if you continue with the old pattern, it got you somewhere, but it can't take you further.
Mm-hmm. So my old pattern is saying yes.
Mm-hmm.
it got me to where I am.
Mm-hmm.
Because I knocked, I said, can you? Will you? And everyone, or not everyone, but people started saying yes, 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 yes. And it's wonderful. But now people are knocking and I'm like, no,
Okay.
I have to say no.
But there's a different yes, right? There's a different yes.
Yes.
There's a different
Yes.
yes. And you're going to ask them to respect that, I guess.
I like that reframing. A different yes. Can you say more about that?
Well, okay, so you need to protect your time like it's a value. It's the only commodity. Your time and your energy are the only true commodities of value. Okay, money, what's happening right now? They're just printing money. Woo! It can be created like this, right? It's an exchange. Ultimately, it's an exchange of energy. It's a promissory note. I'm going to do this for you, and I'm going to do you this note. You can give to someone else who's going to exchange some energy for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? This is a token.
It's a different yes.
Yeah.
I'm saying yes to my time.
Your time is elusive, right? But it is a true commodity. There's nothing more precious. So I think of it this way. If I'm going to put something like on Instagram, I'm going to ask for somebody's time. It better be of value. That is precious. If someone is giving me their attention, they can't get that back. They can't get it back. We have limited time here. So if I'm going to ask for your attention, I better be showing something of value. Right? Not me like, making a duck face, That's not that's nothing of value. Right?
You don't make duck faces.
So we think about this. It's just like, no, your time, your talent, your ability, that is tremendous value. And so if, there has to be an exchange. So either this is going to help fulfill your purpose, it's going to support what you're about. There has to be an equal exchange. Mm-hmm. Right? So if you're giving you your time, it is a tremendous value. It's not just the time, but it's all the energy and everything. Mm-hmm. And what is the exchange?
I think that's it right there, is that I have been giving time, but the exchange is not equal anymore. Whereas before it felt equal or unequal in that I was benefiting from the exchange more than the other person. Now it's flipped.
Right. So if you reclaim, this is what's so great. Like if you reclaim and actually put a value on your time. So for me, it's maybe a little bit easier because I bill by the hour. So it's kind of how I work. Right?
Yes, that's a touch easier.
You know what I mean?
But I get you, yeah.
And that's kind of formulated by somebody, and I'm just like, okay, that kind of makes sense. But as my time becomes more limited, right? Or as my experience gets greater, the value goes up, right? Like on my time. So if you think about it that way, it might be interesting for you to do that as a thought exercise, right?
Yes, I think that's actually an excellent way for me to do it. I need to write it somewhere. Like my time is a different yes.
Yeah. And for everything. So if you're giving it to this thing unconsciously, you didn't get that back. And your energy, right? Some things that you're going to do give you energy in return. It's a great return on the investment. Other things drain you. You're in debt. You are in debt. So we start to be relentless with these boundaries. There's no resentment or anger or frustration.
Yeah. The relentlessness is what I need, because I start and then it falls. I start and then it falls. Or the rules about the boundaries start to narrow. So for example, I was really good at saying, you know what, man, my Fridays are mine. That's it. I'm not doing anything on Friday. I'm on what's supposed to be a bit of a sabbatical. Like, are you going to give yourself time? Like, are you going to sabbaticate or whatever the word is? Like, are you going to take that time? That's not the word. I'm being ridiculous. But I started to notice that some meetings were getting scheduled on the Friday, like, oh, just this little one. And so like, that's what was happening in the writing is I need to be, it's a recommitment. you know? I started to think, now what if I was that relentless to more days in the week? What if I said I'm actually going to have only meetings on Tuesdays and Wednesdays? What if I did that? Like, so the experiment of thinking what might open up is just like, I would just, liberation. That's what came up for me.
Okay. So this is the thing. So you can think about this and you can write about this. The only way you're gonna know is if you do it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do it with awareness, say, let me just have that experience.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just, okay, let's do it and let's see what
Mm-hmm.
happens. But and I'm gonna be accountable and I have to like be a scientist. Let me just step into the experience and I have to be true to the experience to know what the difference is. Right?
Exactly. I'm going to try it. I really am.
I love this. I love this. I love this. Okay. Was there anything else you want? Like, what was it like to do this practice in this way?
Oh, it was so lovely because I I don't have a practice of writing and taking time to sit down and write. I mean, I have a 5 and 7 year old, and life, and I'm doing research, and so a lot of the writing that I do is stuff that kind of has to do with work. Um, I have recently joined a writing sort of group where they just like, it was similar to this, where it's just a Zoom, everyone's on, and your video is on.